What's up, YouTube? My name is Wellboy76, back with another episode. Today's episode is going to be just doing some SkyFactory 4. Now, yes, I know I've already done a take on SkyFactory 4 before, but I'm going to do a redo on it where I'm actually going to go off and try to actually beat the game legit. Where I'm not going off and half-assing it and whatnot. I'm not going to use any of this like I did before. Well, I didn't even use any of this before. But I'm just going to make sure... I'm just going to make sure I don't run into any issues with that. Give me that. I want that table. But we're going to do a redo take on it, and we're going to go ahead... and we're going to actually play this legit and fair, where we're not going off and cheesing the shit out of it where we're only half-assing it. We're going to do this as far as I can, legit as I can, without half-assing it. And I'm only saying that due to the fact that last time I tried playing this, I did cheese the living shit out of it and made it very short. Just because I didn't feel like actually recording for that long of a time frame, especially because I was using my little brother's computer. But now that I have my own, we're going to go ahead and do a full do on this and try to get all the achievements as much as I can. Because I definitely want to do that. Like, I want to go off and actually achieve all of it. I want to be able to actually achieve every single achievement there would be for this game. Wait, options, controls. I gotta quickly change the grave key. Yes, I should have done this before I started recording, but I kind of forgot. So just give me one moment. Come on, where is it? I am missing everything. Come on, scroll down faster. Faster. Horse structure, grave key, shift. Done. And I would just twerk for the tree to grow. And there we go. Now, yes, we do have EMZ table, which is velocity stone. This with this. That's the only thing I'm gonna save. And boop, boop, boop. Not what I meant to do. Go ahead and grab that. Do that. And give me a crook. This way, I can actually get a bit more seeds from this. Yeah, look, we're gonna go ahead and do a retake on it. God damn it. We're definitely gonna do a retake on this just because it is gonna be like one of those things that I literally half-assed it and missed so much. Like, I barely touched the surface of all of it. Now, how do we go up? I believe we go to cobblestone next. Cobblestone. That's a cobalt tree. Yeah, how do we get this stuff? How do we make you? Dirt trying to petrified. We need believe it's like this. Okay. How do we do that again? A drying rack. How we make a drying rack? Of course. Let's go ahead and make another one. Go ahead and grab more of that. More. And let's go ahead and expand upon our island. Go out. We'll go out 2 in this direction, so that way we have a bit more room to work with there, and we'll go out 2 on the other 2. I'm not sure. No, we don't have that here. So used to having Crazy Craft where we actually have like where we just look over here and then just click outwards and actually have a block placed there. But I guess we don't have that one here. I can see we have the one that we can place underneath, but because this is already underneath the block, it's not going to be able to place it where it wants to go. This is definitely nice that we can do that, but it's not worth it. Now, how far in automation and everything will we try to going? We'll try to go as far as we can until the FPS is no longer stable. But as you can see in the top left corner, we're holding pretty well stable. Now, it may not look like that on your guys' end, but that's more or less just because, well, there's not much I could do. Like, OBS will allow me to record in a certain amount of FPS in total. But, yeah. Being able to get that top fucking FPS, being in the hundreds, that's pretty good. For SkyFactory 4. No GPU either. Crook broke. Next. I'm just waiting for the acorns to turn into petrified, so that way I can make the petrified acorns. So that way I have the ability to be able to make what you call it? Fuck, why am I getting break fog now? Trying to think. To make cobblestone. Jesus Christ. That broke. Sounds like it's gonna be storming tonight. Oh, there. Damn it. Always gotta keep an eye on the petrified wood. Like, yeah, go off, record, and make a little bit more, and make it like a 4 instead of 2. But this will do for now. Still gonna be annoying. No. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. There we go. Do that. There, that. You can have that. And then let's expand upon the island a bit more. So we go crouch. 1, 2. And out 2 for everything else here on this side. Always gotta keep expanding as much as we can early on, just because we don't have much room. Now, yes, I could probably go off, make more dirt seas, make it a little bit faster and whatnot, but at a moment of time, I think what I'm gonna just do is just try to get island expanded at least big enough where we could have a bunch of room to run around. And I think that's going to be a 20 by 20, but I don't think that's actually correct. I think it's going to be like a 30 by 30 before we can fully call it good. Am I going to count it? No. Maybe. And we go 2 out this way. Yep, it is starting to rain out there. Starting to rain pretty nicely. I always love the sound of the rain. Like, it just sounds soothing and relaxing. Add some thunderstorm into it and some lightning. It's even better. That's one of the things. Like, I love watching lightning. Like, lightning on its own is just so much better to watch. Like, I could sit there and watch lightning all day long in reality. More than anything else. And yeah, to some people that may seem boring or stupid. But to me, it's just the fascination of how it never strikes the same spot. And it never looks the same. No matter how many times you sit there and watch it, it always changes. It shows you that there's endless possibilities of everything. That. Oh yeah, I have that. Like, it's definitely nice having rain. Rain's nice. But when you have rain in the game and it's loud as shit and it fucking fucks your vision, it's always annoying. Because it doesn't sound the same. That kind of sounds like it's hailing out there right now. It might be a mix of rain and hail. It's just kind of odd because it's summertime. So why the hell would we get hail? Whatever. Alright, we're all of that. You know, I wish I could just take the fucking... I wish we could just take the fucking seed for, this and just straight up make it into the, cobblestone shit. Jesus Christ, I'm having brain frogs so badly right now. I'm just hearing the rain and it's just like, soothing. I don't have to thank. I don't know if microphone's picking it up or anything like that, but if it is, cool. If not, then yeah, it's gonna sound a little weird. But it's definitely raining out there now. Maybe somehow. I can't really say guaranteed on that one. Whether or not it's actually having hail or not. Oh, we have a, make that. Make that. There we go. Dirt. I always spelled dirt wrong. That's what I get for being dyslexic. Oh well. Book, achievements. Oh yeah. I kind of forgot we even have this. Like, it's like, okay, cool. So we made hollow wood, we need clay, we need bone. Eat the dirt. Something with the crushed tub to get the gravel. Yeah, let's go see. Let's see. Go 1, 2 there. And go 1, 2 there. And then there. That way it's spaced out enough. This way we can actually get some more seeds growing. Come on. Come on, you last two. I know you want to grow. I'm like, why isn't it working? Because I'm holding shift lock. Well, I wasn't holding shift lock. I was holding fucking control. Well, not control, fucking caps locks. Jesus fucking Christ. I am forgetting so quickly. Thank you. Fucking took your sweet ass time. You know what? Doop, 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 doop. Mine one. This way it's so much easier. Now I'll go ahead and take all that, take this, do that, do that. Give me that. Now let's continue expanding. That's why we have a bigger island. I have coffee. Is it any good anymore? Not warm, but it's not cold. I don't understand why people like iced coffee. Iced coffee is just one of those things where it's just like, nah, I'm good. But if you guys are curious how long today's episode is going to be, it is going to be an hour. I'm going to try to do an hour a piece for these videos for SkyFactory. But, yeah. Do I plan on doing any offline recording? Maybe. I definitely won't try to do any offline recording where, well, not offline recording, but offline fucking grinding where I'm going off and actually making progress. I'm going to try to do offline recording of farming materials, building up a supply of a certain amount, so when we go ahead and do all those advancements, like let's say, make the AP2 system. We actually have everything built up, collected, whatnot, made, so that way you guys can see me place it down. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to try to keep everything I will go off and record it and whatnot for like an hour each. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to do a whole schedule for now on, since I got my own computer, where Monday and Wednesday is going to be Minecraft. Tuesday and Thursday is going to be Call of Duty Zombies. And then Fridays I will do Roblox, Unturned, or any other game. Anything that just sounds fun, I will go ahead and do. But that's my idea for schedule-wise of what videos you would be expecting each day. But the moment I get like 7 Days to Die and whatnot, I think I would like replace Minecraft's days with that until I get a little bit bored with it, or you guys start getting bored with it and whatnot, and it starts to not feeling like all that great. And then I'll bring Minecraft back into the schedule and whatnot. But I definitely want to play those two games and record both of them. But there are going to be some mod packs I'm not going to be able to run, like SkyFactory, like fucking SkyFactory 5 or Crazy Craft, which kind of sucks because I actually wanted to play Crazy Craft and record it. Like on my end, it's holding stable 40 FPS, but on watching it on fucking the recording end, oh my god, it does not hold that same 40 FPS. And that sucks a lot. Because, like, there's so much good out of it, like, I really want to sit there and actually use. I think we'll go a little bit bigger, and then we'll be good. Let's go ahead and get these seeds up and growing. I got, like, I want to do like a whole schedule thing where like I can actually go off and have specific days where I play certain games entirely. Like that's what I want to do. Like have those specific days where I play certain games. Like fucking Mondays and whatnot, I go off and play Minecraft. Tuesdays, I go off and play Custom Zombies. Now, from your guys' Pacific, it looks like that. From my Pacific, I'm going to try to do as much recording as I can in one day, so that way I'm not going off trying to sit there and worried about what I'm going to do and how I feel. Like, I'm going to do it where I post everything on Sunday, and Saturday I go off, edit anything that needed to be edited. Anything that seemed like it needed to be edited, I will go off and edit. But that's honestly how I'm going to try doing things for the time being until I can actually get a GPU into my computer where it can run a lot smoother. Because at the moment of time, I don't really have a easy way of really recording without playing smaller games like this where I know I could run it. And yes, SkyFactory 4 is not a small game. It is actually a giant mod pack. And I'm surprised of how much FPS I'm getting without a GPU. But we are still early on in the game and whatnot. But from playing on my little brother's computer to this, yeah, it's definitely fucking surprise. Like, yeah, it is old CPU still. It's still a 2016 model computer. Like, yeah, that is old. But the way I'm seeing it, it looks so good. Like, it really does. Like, I just get a GPU for it, boom. I'm all set, I'm all ready to go, it all works. And everything, like, it really does have its feelings of, like, it is really overpowered for it. And that's what I like, because it allows me to continue to sit there and give you guys these types of content of recording and whatnot, of fun games. The moment I get a GPU, oh yeah, guaranteed, for sure, I'm going to be able to record fucking SkyFactory fucking 5, Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies, give you like a variety of different content. But until then, and we're going to be sticking to a small little schedule for maybe a year or two. I'm not sure exactly how long we're going to be sticking to this schedule. We're doing Minecraft and then Custom Zombies and then maybe Roblox, maybe in turn, if I can play in turn. I still haven't recorded that yet and seen if I could or not. But it would be like most likely I'd do Roblox once a week. And I only say Roblox once a week because there's not a whole lot of fun games there that we can go off and really play without it seeming too plain, to put it in a sense. Like, Roblox seems like one of those games where it's like, it's fun to begin with, but then there's like certain games where you can get to a point where you feel like you're bored to shit with it. And it kind of sucks that, what you call it, fucking, what was that one game? Dungeon Quest. It kind of sucks that VCAF sold the game, but I'm glad that he did, because the creators that took over actually started making some decent work progress to it. But then all of a sudden they wanted to go off and be like, oh, we're not going to create any new maps, we're going to focus on our main stuffs and whatnot. And it's like, the fuck? Why did you take over the game just to sit there and disappoint us with that crap and being like, oh yeah, we're going to do all this shit and all of a sudden we're gonna back out and act like we were going to, but we don't feel like it anymore? It's like, go fuck yourself. Seriously, like, if you're gonna take over a game and say you're gonna do so much work, add so much content to it, and then just let the game die now because you realize how much work it is to create those fucking maps that VCAFI's been doing on his own, and you have a team of like 6 people, maybe 5. I don't know how many people they have. But like, if you have that many people working on it and you really don't want to fucking continue it just because you see how long and how hard it took, go fuck yourself. You're literally taking a franchise of a game that was supposed to be good and then just dumpstering it away. Like, for anyone that actually liked fucking Dungeon Quest, I am sorry, but the game is gonna die fucking very soon because these damn creators don't want to do their fucking work anymore because they wanted to take over a game that they thought they could make a bank on. And then now that they start to realize they're not making that much money as they thought they would with all their add-ons and whatnot that they wanted to add. It is dumb, yes, but the game's gonna slowly die, and unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. Not a single damn thing, even if we really tried to. And that really does suck because I like Dungeon Quest. I love being able to play that game. That game was actually really fun. But if it's just gonna die because the creators don't want to do anything with it because VCAP wanted to sell it to go work on his own game, fine, whatever. But like for once, could we actually get like a dev team that's actually gonna sit there and actually take care of the games they want to take over? Instead of getting a lazy dev team that wanted to go off, take over it, and then be like, oh, never mind, we don't want to do any of that now. Like, come on. You took over the game for a fucking reason, and all of a sudden now you just want to fucking just be like, no, we don't want to do it anymore. Damn. It is thundering out there badly. Thunder's probably like, shut your eyes up. No one wants to hear you complain. Yeah, I kind of forgot I could use a stick and repair it that way. Go ahead and use the last bit of sticks like that. Go ahead and grab all that. Go ahead and grab half of that, another half of that. Give me that. And then let's go ahead and grab that. Let me go ahead and grab another stack of that. And let's go ahead and start spinning outwards on our little island. And we can get a bit more room. But like, I like Dungeon Quest. I just hate the fact that they're going to go off and let the game die after they go off and buy it from VCafe. And I don't even know what game VCafe went off and created. I haven't kept posted up with his ass on that shit just because I really stopped fucking having to care what he was doing. It's like I knew he wanted to go off and make a different game entirely different from Dungeon Quest. But I really don't care. I enjoyed Dungeon Quest when it first came out because I played it when it fucking first came out. Yes, I was maybe a month, maybe 2 weeks behind on the release date on it, but I still played it from the very beginning all the way until it fucking till now. And I'm at the point in time where I'm like, you know what, fuck this, I'm done. If you're not going to continue creating updates for the game or actually release them fast enough, I'm not going to sit here and wait for a dungeon and try continuing leveling up. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm not trying to go for a world record on that shit. I'm not trying to be in top #1 or any of that. Like, I don't. I just wish the franchise of the game would actually stay alive. Like, yeah, there's copycats of the game and whatnot. And, yeah, like, some of them are actually fun, but some of them are really, really tedious. There is one in Pacific that is actually really good. But that one is more of a... I'm already too far into it just to go off and record, but I might go off and record that for fucking Friday's episode. Go off and record that, see how well that goes and whatnot. I don't know. I think I might. I don't know. But, like, I definitely do want to record something at least entertaining for Friday. For Friday's episode on whatever. If I can't record Unturned. Because even in an Unturned low setting, 720p, low, I'm getting around 40 FPS to maybe 50. I haven't tried recording to see how well it goes and whatnot. But if it does work out, I think I'll do that for Friday's recording. I'm not going to record or publish anything for the weekend. yes, that does suck for a lot of people because a lot of people do like watching shit over the weekend. But I feel like I'm gonna take those 2 days to kind of like go through edit Saturday, go through publish Sunday, and making sure the timestamps of every single video is gonna be uploaded on the specific date that they need to be. Now, I do have a couple of zombie maps that I want to do for Christmas, but I gotta wait until Christmas for those. But they're gonna be You Always Wins custom maps that they did a competition on for one of them, and the other one I'm not 100% sure. I feel like You Always Win played it, but I'm not positive on it. But like, yeah, like there's definitely things I want to do. But unfortunately, I have to be patient enough and wait. And another stack. Oh well. Like, I don't really know. I'm gonna have to be patient enough and wait a bit and whatnot. But I feel like, honestly, like, if I'm gonna go off and do any of that and try to record anything that's that good, I fucking lost my track of thought. Like, I want to record good content for you guys. I really do. But without having a GPU and being limited to so many small games, it kind of definitely does suck. Like, when it comes to SkyFactory 4, yeah, it is going to be a good game to go back and record and whatnot. It is going to be one of those good games to do. Especially because SkyFactory 4, I kind of remember some of it from Sunday from playing it. But it was one of those things where it just seems like a really good game to go off and record. Like, it is really worth it in reality sense. Like, I like SkyFactory. SkyFactory has always been one of my favorite mod packs to go off and play. And I think after I finish SkyFactory, I think what I'm going to do is go back and play Stone Factory and do, I think, the third one. Maybe the second one? I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go catch back up on all that shit, know. But I think, like, I want to go back and do all those and actually have a fun time looking back at all of those. Why? I'm making it so much complicated for myself. Like, I want to go back and play some of those good games. Like, those are a classic fucking favorite for myself. Like, I've grown up watching Sunday play the shit out of it. And it was always so fun to sit there and watch that shit because it was always one of the things that kept me occupied throughout the days of going through school and whatnot. Like, anytime I got home, I was sick and tired of going to school every single damn day. So I always came home, watched a Sunny video, and I was always enjoying the shit out of it. And then when I was going to bed, I was watching You Always Win, playing their custom zombie maps. And then when I was on summer break, I was watching this shit out of You Always Win's custom zombie maps on anything I missed. Like, I enjoyed watching a lot of the YouTubers. I still do watch to this day. But it just sucks. Like, some of the creators I used to watch faded away, moved over to a different platform, or no longer will ever record again, and it sucks. And one day we will be at a point in time where all of our favorite YouTubers won't fucking record anymore, and it's gonna be really shitty. And we're gonna hate it a lot. And it's going to be the point that really sucks for us the most because we feel like it's the end of the world because, well, we lost our favorite YouTuber. Like, for me, right now, for the longest time, it's always been Jacksepticeye. He's been always the #1 person I watched for years. And I always enjoyed every single content he ever put out. Like, I always missed the time frame where he always did the top of the morning shit with the high five. Like, that was just classic. Classic Jack. And yeah, sometimes he does do it and sometimes he doesn't, but he's been so busy with his own health taken care of and family problems and every other problem that he has in reality that he's been stepping away from recording and whatnot for so long. It makes me miss him a lot. And yes, that does sound weird, but I've been watching Jacksepticeye since I was little. Shit, I've been watching him since 2014, maybe 13. But I've been watching him since he started fucking doing anything, and then you always win. It was like late 2014, closer to the 2015 mark. Like I was watching them pretty early on in their whole entire career through the 14 years they've been doing this shit for. I've been there watching it from the very beginning, remembering how small they were. Same thing with Jacksepticeye. Like when I first joined him, he had only about 600,000 subscribers, and that's such a small amount. But like I was watching him since he was I was watching him when he was like so little of a fucking channel. Like it is definitely impressive to see how far he has come. Now, I'm sure I probably could have gotten that far as well if I continued recording and whatnot, but I had my own complications. I had my own problems with that. I wasn't able to record most of the damn times because, well, I didn't have my own device to do any of that. I tried recording on my phone, but I always hated publishing that shit. That shit always just seemed, I don't know, plain and bleh. Like, it just seems so stupid. Like, it did not fit what I wanted it to do for YouTube. So now that I got my own computer, I'm gonna try to do my very best to try to go as far as I can by recording every single day if I have to. But what I wanted to try to do for the first few times is try to do as many recordings as I can in one day. And then if I get bored of recording and I'm like, all right, I'm at the point in time on my limit where I don't want to speak anymore. I'm going to go ahead and just play some games on my own. I will go off and do that. But, like, I want to try to do as much as I can for recording-wise and actually have that there for you guys to watch. Like, there is a lot of fucking issues with recording and whatnot, and a lot of problems that can take quite a bit of time to go through. But I want to go off and go as far as I can into recording and try to become popular enough in it. Like, even if it takes me 20 years from now before I can do that, I don't give a damn. I really don't. Like, I really don't care how long it takes me to get fucking famous enough on YouTube just to be able to get at the same level as Jacksepticeye and all that. I don't care. I will take the long route as long as it takes. As long as I'm having fun with it. That's all it is. Like, I always dreamed of being able to become the biggest famous YouTuber out there, like fucking Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and all that. But I know the reality of shit, it's gonna be a long road trip of trying to learn from your mistakes, trying to learn from being entertainable. Like, it is gonna be a hard challenge. It's not gonna be something easy you could just walk into and, oh look, I have millions of people. No. It is gonna take some dedication, some time, effort, and it's gonna take a lot of motivation to change old habits. Like, for an example, complaining about shit I don't like, or complaining about a certain subject that a lot of people would rather dodge and duck away from. Like, yeah, I can get that stuff. I can get why you're wanting to avoid all of those sensitive content. But for me specifically, I go off and ramble on all that shit because I don't have anything else to think about. I'm literally just rambling on some stuff that just seems like it would be an okay subject, and then realize that's not okay, and it's going to be a learning curve in the beginning, but I want to become able at that point where I can be that escape reality like Jacksepticeye and all those guys were for me, where you can just escape reality and just relax and watch someone. And those are my hopes and dreams. Will any of them come true? Who the fuck knows? If they don't, oh well. If they do, cool. If they don't, I don't care. But it's the factor that I gotta put in effort and try. If I don't try, I may never know if I'll ever actually fully succeed in it. Trying is the only way you can ever find out if you're gonna be good enough at it. It is the only way. And that does suck to sit there and act like that you know everything for it and whatnot, but it's the truth. I'm not gonna be able to get far enough in fucking life if I just sit there and act like everyone owes me something. No. I gotta take it by the ropes of its own hands and be like, you are mine. I'm gonna become you. Why did that sound so dumb? But like, I want to get to a point in time in my career of trying to do YouTube where I can actually take that ease away from someone else's pain and give them an escape from reality and a place to go where they don't have to sit there and worry about the next problem or anything like that. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Huh? Okay, that showed me no block, but whatever. But like, I want to be that excuse to get away from reality. I want to be that reason why you're not sitting there worried about how long you're gonna be sitting there fighting your depression or anything like that. I want to be the reason why you were able to overcome your depression. I want to be the reason why you enjoy life a bit longer and actually gave it a bit more of an actual fighting chance. Like, I want to be the excuse. I want to be the reason why you kept living, just because of the factor that you had something to distract yourself away from. And yes, that does sound sad and harshlish and whatnot, but like, I want to be the inspirement to continue life. Life is such a precious thing in this reality. There's some people that weren't able to make it due to depression, anxiety, all of that, or some people that just straight up couldn't take it anymore and gave up from fighting the cancer because it was going on for so long. Like, yeah, I do get that. Like, I get, like, there is a point in time in life where it gets so hard. You want to escape from it, and you feel like doing anything is the best option instead of being it. I want to be the reason that you kept fighting because you had something to go back and sit there and be like, ah, nice. I can relax to a video from someone I enjoy. I don't fucking know. I just want to be the excuse that you keep fighting. That you keep going on, continuing life, because life is so precious. We only get so little amount of... God damn it. We only get so little amount of time... Where's my fucking god? We only get so little amount of time for life to really give us anything. Life is probably one of the hardest things to go through. No matter how much we go through it, we will always sit there and act like life should have been much nicer to us. And yeah, life should have. But unfortunately, we can't have the world being all fancy like we want it to. We dreamed of playing fucking life being really good to us, and we had it easy. But some of us don't, and I want to be there to numb that out, to forget that issue. Like, I want to be a reason why you always kept coming back and watching me. Like, I don't want to be some YouTuber on the internet that wanted to sit there and be funny and hilarious. Like, I'm not going to try to sit there and be hilarious. I'm not going to try to be funny. If I'm going to be funny, I'm going to be funny in my own creative way. But that's honestly my opinion. Like, I need clay. Clay, bone, gravel. Okay. Like, I want to be... I want to be that person that can actually take away that issues in your life that you're worrying about, you're frustrating over, and just relax to. Like, it is so much nicer to be able to have someone you can go to and relax and not have to sit there and worry about your current problems. Okay, how the hell do I spell gravel? And now we need bone. Not that one. That one. Why do I not have any audio? Okay, so there is audio. It's just really quiet. Whatever. Like, yeah, like there's so many things in reality that just seems so nice. Dirt, pressure pad, that. Okay. There's a clay seed. Now let's get a gravel seed. We need gravel. Gravel surrounded to petrified gravel seeds. Gravel to smush to get acorn. Gravel to the flint. Gravel to that. How do we get a gravel? Seriously, like there's only one recipe here and it requires gravel acorn and a petrified seed. How do we get the gravel acorn? How? Eh. That's how. I'm missing one. Here, are you missing one now? It's... No, we're not gonna make a second one. That's fine. What was it? You, I believe. Yep. Well, like, if life isn't easy, and I want to be the reason why you have a reason to continue. And yes, it does sound fucked up and stupid, but I want to be the inspiration for it all. I want to be the reason. Like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, PewDiePie used to be, but he slowly fell off from me just due to the fact that, well, yeah, he kind of just lost his sense of touch. Do we get the bone meal? How? How do we get bone meal? Gravel into a cauldron to make bone meal. Okay, so we need to plant the gravel seeds. So we'll do gravel, clay. Like, I don't know. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over, but those guys were always my inspiration to continue life. Life is not the easiest thing to go through, and sometimes it does suck, yes. But it just sucks that some people that I love watching, like Jacksepticeye, just doesn't doesn't record all that much. And yeah, I get he's a busy man. I get he has his own problems and sometimes he's got his own issues. And I know recently he lost his dad a few years back to cancer. Like I do get that. Like it is hard to go through life and always remember that something you once had that was so precious to you is now gone forever. And that does suck. I've lost both my grandmas. One of them I never was old enough to remember. The other one I was old enough to remember, but it just doesn't affect me in the same way because I've spent so much time overthinking every little thing. Like, I've spent so much time frame overthinking the shit out of everything. So I kind of already saw that even coming at all. I already seen that it was gonna happen. So it's not gonna. It doesn't affect me losing my own family, just because I've seen it happen. Because I overthink shit too easily. I overlook everything too easily. So when my grandma did pass away 2 years ago, I didn't have any emotions reaction because I was all the way the fuck out here while she was all the way in Nevada. And when I found out she died, I wasn't believing it. I did not believe it just because of the fact that it didn't seem physically possible because me and my sister were going to go out there the very next day and she just died. One day before we can make it out there for my sister to be able to see her, which sucks because she didn't get to have that chance of seeing her again, while us boys did get to, and that makes it even harder for her. So yeah, but when I went out there and I found out she was actually dead and whatnot, and I was sitting there in her own home, I felt like something, when everyone left, I felt like something was there trying to keep me there. Like I was not allowed to move. I was not allowed to leave. I felt the presence of something being strong will there, just being like, you need to stay. I couldn't move and I broke out and I broke down into tears because that honestly fucking felt the worst out of everything. Just realizing that she's not in her own home. It sucks losing people, and I do know what Jacksepticeye has gone through to lose his own dad. I don't give a shit about my own dad. I really don't. My own dad has raised me horrible to the point where it's like he doesn't, in my mind, he doesn't exist at all as an actual father. He may be the one that gave me life and whatnot, but I don't go back and sit there and be like, okay, I liked him. No, I really don't. The way he raised me and the way he disciplined me and whatnot and disciplined any of us boys was just fucked up. But I know what Jacksepticeye is going through when he lost his dad. I've kind of been in a similar situation. Yes, it's not the same because it's not the parent that raised you and whatnot and how close you were, but it's still losing someone in general just sucks. It's not something easy you can go through and be like, okay, I got this, I can get by this and whatnot. No. Not even close. I wish it was that easy. I wish it was just something you can just walk over and be like, yeah, I'm fine. No, you're not. And that's honestly the sad part, though. Is like, when it comes to all of that, it is one of the hardest things in the world to sit there and act like everything was fine, just losing them. Like, it is not. It is probably the hardest thing in the world to ever sit there and lose someone that you cared about so much. It is not something that you want to go through and sit there and act like, oh yeah, this was easy. No, it wasn't. And you damn well know it wasn't. But life has to continue and the journey must go on. And that's how I always looked at life. The life's got to continue. Whether the things you love in this world goes away, you gotta continue life for them. The only thing that sucks for me the most, though, is when I lost my grandma, we literally never stayed in contact with her. Or at least us boys never could. Because our father never wanted us to speak to her or anything like that. I don't know the issue. He never really tried to ask us if we ever wanted to call grandma up or whatever. But we never got to keep in contact with her for 10, 12 years or so. About 10 years exactly when it was when I got to see her once again. Which, yeah, it definitely sucked being that far time spaced out and not being able to see your own grandmother for that long. And I didn't have much of a complaint against it, just because, well, I knew how she was doing. I knew how she was. I knew that she was okay. But the moment I found out that she had cancer and I went down there and whatnot to see her, it really stung. Like, it felt like the world just hit me with the fucking go fuck yourself. Like, it really did hit hard and act like it was supposed to be for the best. But finding out that she was fighting something that she wasn't gonna win for how old she was and how much shit she did, that kind of sucked. Like, it really does suck to lose someone that close to you that you knew for so long and poof, they're gone. Like, life isn't fun. It's not supposed to be the easiest thing in the world to go through and act like you know what's best. God damn it, I put it away. Life is one of those things where it always will try to give you a lemon, but then squeeze it into your eye and say, that's what you get. Learn how to overcome it. Some things may be overwhelming and may be harder, but I want to be the escape from any problems at all. That you can just be like, okay, I made a video, I can go watch that and not have to sit here and think on this alone. Or at all. I, I just want to be the reason why we can keep going in this world. Because this world isn't fair. It takes away the things we love. It harms us in ways we don't want it to. There's people out there that are fucking stupid and wants to be a bully and make life even worse than what it is because they are either going through a hard time or they're just being raised up, spoiled as all hell, and they'll never get in trouble for it no matter how many times you tell the principal or tell the teacher about it. And it does suck that we go through life and we see issues like that never being addressed as it should be. My mind and idea of everything of how schools should start teaching kids and everything is elementary and preschool. They need to start teaching kids respect for each other's. They need to teach kids basic shit that humankind should just know from the beginning. Things that are more, if you're dealing with something, just speak about it to an adult or someone else. Say something instead of being quiet about it. But no, unfortunately, we're growing up in a world where we grew up in a world where everything that we wanted to do, we were always told to keep it quiet. Hush down, you're a man. Don't speak about your emotion. Don't show weakness, otherwise people are going to think you're weak. And it's like, that is the old ass saying in the world, and yet people still live by it because they don't know what else to believe. They still believe that is more true than anything else because that's the only thing they've ever been shown in life, and that's sad. We've been through so many wars in this point in time. We would think that speaking up about your own mental health would be better for this world. Nope, some people think it's not. And that's sad because there are people out in this world that's gone through so much that needed to speak openly about it but gets judged on it so easily. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers that does anything with YouTube goes off and feels that same issue with pain on that same level of note because they feel like if they try to open up to chat and whatnot and actually say this shit to them, they would just either quit watching them, A, or B, they would literally just bully them over it. And that's kind of fucked up because, like, when I found out Jack's dad died and then found out people were making fun of it as trying to make a joke out of it and trying to cheer him up, whatever their reason was, that's just not right. You can make those jokes 5-10 years later down the road when you can physically see that he's doing better. But making those jokes off back the moment he said that shit, it really hurt him harder, and I feel like that's taking a toll on his ass to the point where he's not able to continue the shit he used to be able to. He used to be able to upload every single day, twice a day. Now look at him. He's barely able to keep uploading a single day because he's going through shit. He's either too busy or something else. I don't know the reason. I don't keep posted up with him on Instagram and anything like that. I've only seen him on YouTube, and I only will ever see him on YouTube because I don't like using social media to keep updated on favorite YouTubers and all that. Like, if they got issues and it's really bad, they'll come to YouTube and say it to everyone for those who don't go off and use all of that. And I'm one of them. And that's more or less just because, well, I don't like social media and trying to keep updated with it just because it does get very, very, very quickly chaotic. Like, I would rather take everything one step at a time, patient, instead of rushing into it and acting like I know what I'm doing and I know what's going on. I don't like trying to sit there and get into people's personal life when it comes to that shit. But I also don't care of what they gotta say on posting up, being like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to record today because blah blah this, blah blah that. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're not gonna post today, that's fine. But it's a different world when people go off and thinks they're trying to cheer you up and make a joke out of it and make it worse. And I feel like Jacksepticeye has gone through that and is still in that situation where he feels like he doesn't want to continue anymore. I don't know. Like, I know he loves doing YouTube as a career. It is the most funnest job ever to be able to come on, crack jokes, make fun of things, play video games and whatnot. For some people, it's just commentating over shit. Like, I don't understand that half. Yeah, sure, it's nice. But I don't understand how you're gonna sit there and make an entire career out of that and be like, yeah, this is a good enough a career, and that's all you do is just react to shit. Like, I think big time streamers and whatnot out there, like, hey, so Speedy and all of them kind of just started only reacting to stuff, and sometimes they go off and do video games and whatnot. But like, I feel like from everything I've seen from them, all they do is just react channels, and yeah, that's fine. Some people enjoy that, and some people really likes that. But I feel like if you're gonna be coming to YouTube and you're gonna be making more success out of it just by doing that, where's the fun in that? Like, yeah, it gives an extra content over something that was just like quiet or whatnot, but like, I don't understand all that. Like, I want to be the type of the creator that wants to go off and be like, okay, we're gonna be recording this day, we're gonna be doing this. Like, I don't want to do script content. Fuck that. I already hate script content as it is. Just trying to do it in general. Like, script content on its own in general is really, really hard. And it's really hard to continue going on with that shit. That's how I see it is. Like, script content is probably by far one of the hardest things ever. Am I not supposed to put it in there? Oh, wait, yeah, I need water. Wait, How do I get? How do I get? Just how? Nope. 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 This gravel water. How do I get water? That. How do I get a bucket? Oh, I think I might know. Cobblestone, do that, give me that. Break that down. Put some of that in there, put that in there. And I completely forgot what I was talking about again. Damn it. Brick. So if we take brick and we put it in a triangle pattern like this, do we make bucket? I hope we make bucket that way. I hope I'm not remembering this wrong. Do we make bucket this way? We make flower pot that way. God damn it, how do we make bucket? Bucket. Clay bucket. Clay bucket. God damn it. Clay bucket. Clay bucket. And because I know I'm gonna need another few for the lava buckets, let's go ahead and make 2 more. Squishy, 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 squish, 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 squish. Oh man, squishy, squishies. Roll that back. Go ahead and do boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. There. Like that. And there we go. Infinite water. We don't ever have to do that again. Now. Bone meal. Neat. Now. Bone. Petrified. There we go. There's that. Now let's go ahead and make the bone. How long have we been recording for? I think we're at a good enough point in time because I think we've been recording long enough for now. But we will definitely come back and continue this. go ahead and just grow the one bone meal real quickly. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and do another episode of this tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. We'll do it Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. No, Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. Sorry, I'm recording this all in one day, but I'm trying to fucking post this out in like fucking actual time spaced. So it's an actual different day than what I'm saying it is, so that way it doesn't sound weird to you guys, but whatever. You guys get the gist. I'm gonna be posting this every Tuesday to Wednesday, Tuesday to Thursday, maybe. No, Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday are Call of Duty. Fridays are free for all. Whatever I say, it's gonna be a weird schedule. It's gonna go back and forth. Where some days it's gonna be the opposite. Other weeks you're gonna be the opposite of what it was the last week. Whatever. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I will see you guys in the next one. But as always, goodbye.